With today's daytime weather warm enough to go out and play baseball, there's big news, believe it or not, for two of Hamilton's homegrown boys going on to bigger and better things in their favorite sport. And we take one more look at what else enabled the football Spartans to make it a thrashing Thanksgiving. I'm Mark Fontes with sports. Since his sophomore year, he's been instrumental in guiding the Notre Dame Fighting Irish to excellence in basketball, but moreover baseball. Now, Mark Maksimow will be taking his experience on the diamond down to George Mason University. The Hamilton native, who grew up playing HTRBA Little League and Nottingham Babe Ruth ball, has officially committed to play the next 4 years with the GMU Patriots down in Fairfax County, Virginia. Maksimow decided on George Mason after getting offers from several other schools. The 6'3" pitcher's breakthrough performance on the high school front came in the 2010 Mercer County Tournament finale. The Irish beat Steinert 4-1, and Maksimow pitched a complete 7-inning game, allowing only 5 hits, and the 1 run was unearned. He finished the 2011 campaign with a 1.74 ERA in 8 starts and 36 2/3 innings pitched altogether. And his talents are not relegated to the mound either. He batted .411 last year at the plate as a junior with 14 RBIs and an on-base percentage of .441. While Maksimow does not plan to play basketball at George Mason, he will for this one final year at Notre Dame. They and the other high school programs tip off next month on the hardwood. Elsewhere in Hamilton, one of those Steinert Spartans on the losing end of that 2010 MCT final against Maksimow and company is also moving up in the baseball world. Mike Costantini, who has spent the last year and a half playing at Mercer County Community College, just committed to West Virginia University for their 2012 season and beyond. The infielder, who also played basketball while at Steinert, admits he is thrilled to be headed to the Mountaineers, who will be coming into the Big 12 this upcoming season. At the plate, Costantini came through in the clutch many times for both the Spartans and the Mercer Vikings. In the 2010 CVC title game between Steinert and Trenton High, Costantini drove in 4 runs, 1 on a well-hit double for Steinert. Costantini plans to major in sociology and anthropology while at WVU. Back to football we go. The Spartans yesterday built up a 40-6 halftime lead over the Hamilton West Hornets, thanks in large part to their passing game. Yet the defense was largely to thank as well, something we'll take a closer look at here.
Steinert's defense played much like the Baltimore Ravens did Thursday night against the 49ers. West running back Brett Stroman Thursday ran the ball left and right but did not find many open holes. His 61-yard touchdown dash in the third quarter was his one moment of magic on the ground. The Hornet passing attack was also read well by Steinert's D on both short and long yardage attempts by quarterbacks Mark Acquaviva and Chris Scordo. When they used Stroman as a receiver, the Spartans sent many defenders his way then too. Number 16, of course, was able to sprint to the end zone for that 66-yard score in the second quarter. He was used more than any other offensive player in black and orange on this day. He carried it 11 times for 107 yards, so not a bad day by any means. When Scordo tried connecting with other receivers, he had a tough time. This was picked off by Eddie Ashley of the Spartans. Scordo did complete 4 of his 11 attempts for 67 yards, but West's defense did rev things up in the second half, especially against Steinert backup QB Angelo Matriciano. That's Stroman intercepting it right back for the Hornets. He, of course, also plays DB for them. In the third and fourth quarters, Steinert played a few more defensive and offensive subs than usual to rest the starters for the state title game in 8 days, but the outcome of the contest was little changed. West's defense shut out Steinert in the second half, but the plethora of points they tallied in the first 2 quarters was more than enough for the Spartans. Steinert beats the Hornets for only the second time in 10 meetings. However, it's also the second straight win for them at Hamilton West. And these highlights from Thanksgiving football in Hamilton Township brought to you, as always, on WZBN by the Hamilton Township Education Association, members working to ensure your child's future success.
And finally, Team of the Day is brought to you by Prior NAMI Business Systems. With the finest names in office products like Brother, Canon, Konica Minolta, and Muratech, Prior NAMI is your business solutions headquarters. The Steinert Spartans pulled off something they haven't since the 1970s. They beat both rivals Notre Dame and Hamilton West in the same season this year. Their 21-10 win over the Irish on October 28th and 40-22 victory yesterday were part of what's so far a 9-2 season for them. They hope to win their 3rd straight postseason game a week from tomorrow when they'll take on Neptune High for the Group 3 championship. Next week on WZBN Sports, we'll head back to high school as basketball squads take the court for preseason practices. We'll check out who figures to be hot this 2011-12 school year. One college score, by the way, to tell you about locally this afternoon. Princeton's women knocked off the Davidson Wildcats 53-44 at Jadwin Gym. The victory improves the Lady Tigers to 5-0 on the season. Well, that's sports for this Friday and for the week. Stay tuned now for Mercer County Close-Up.